What if the glow of our modern world, the one that keeps the city awake all night, wasn't a sign of progress, but a quiet catastrophe? What if the very lights we installed to make our cities safer are silently putting us in danger? Because it turns out, those bright streetlights, glowing billboards, and ever-lit skylines are doing more than just lighting our paths. They're disrupting entire ecosystems. They're confusing migratory birds, disorienting sea turtles, and driving countless nocturnal species toward extinction. Species that evolved over millions of years to rely on moonlight, starlight, and natural darkness. And it doesn't stop with wildlife. Light pollution is invading our nights, disrupting our sleep cycles, and contributing to insomnia, anxiety, and depression. And maybe most tragically of all, we've lost the stars. The Milky Way, once visible from nearly everywhere on Earth, is now hidden from over 80% of the global population. Most children born today will grow up never having seen the galaxy we live in, not because it disappeared, but because we drowned it out. My name is Zeeshan Mehsud, and in this film, we're going to uncover the truth about light pollution, a silent, growing threat that's reshaping our health, damaging ecosystems, dimming our connection to the stars, and transforming the world in ways we barely realize. For most of human history, darkness was sacred. It arrived every night like clockwork, setting the stage for sleep, restoration, and natural rhythms. But that balance has been broken. Today, we live in a world of perpetual glow. A landmark 2017 study published in Science Advances showed that the Earth's artificially lit surface grows by more than 2% each year, both in brightness and geographic area. That means the planet is getting brighter at night, and fast. But light pollution isn't just about brightness. It's about how light is used and misused. Streetlights that shine upwards instead of down. LEDs that blast blue-white light across entire neighborhoods. Floodlights left on when no one's around. Much of this light ends up bouncing off dust and moisture in the atmosphere. The result? A phenomenon called Skyglow. The artificial brightening of the night sky over populated areas. According to the International Dark Sky Association, this glow can extend hundreds of kilometers beyond city limits, affecting even rural and protected natural areas. We are not just lighting up cities, we are lighting up the planet. Nature depends on darkness. Millions of species, especially nocturnal ones, rely on the natural rhythm of day and night for survival. But when night is never fully dark, the consequences ripple through entire ecosystems. In birds, artificial light throws off migratory patterns. A 2019 study in Nature, Ecology and Evolution found that birds using stars and moonlight to navigate are increasingly crashing into buildings or veering off course due to skyglow. Sea turtles, which evolved to follow the moon's reflection to the ocean after hatching, are now crawling toward hotel lights and dying on roads. Insects, crucial to pollination and food webs, are fatally drawn to streetlights, exhausting themselves and falling prey to predators. Some studies estimate a 30 to 60% drop in insect biomass near artificially lit areas. Even plants are affected. Trees exposed to constant light hold on to their leaves longer, delaying seasonal cycles and disrupting interactions with animals that depend on them. According to researchers writing in Science, this widespread disruption contributes to what many now call the insect apocalypse and accelerating biodiversity loss. It's not just animals that are affected. Humans are biological creatures too. Our bodies run on an internal clock called the Circadian rhythm, which is synced to the 24-hour light-dark cycle. When nighttime light invades our bedrooms or screens keep us awake long past sunset, that rhythm gets out of tune. The World Health Organization classifies night shift work as a probable carcinogen, in part due to light exposure disrupting melatonin production. Melatonin isn't just a sleep hormone, it also plays roles in immune function, metabolism, and even DNA repair. Studies in the Lancet and Nature Review's Endocrinology have linked chronic nighttime light exposure to insomnia, anxiety and depression, increased risk of obesity, higher chances of type 2 diabetes, elevated risks of cardiovascular disease. Blue light from LEDs and screens is especially harmful, as it most powerfully suppresses melatonin. In a world where even hospitals and bedrooms glow with artificial light, it's no wonder sleep disorders are rising sharply around the globe. Perhaps the most poetic loss of all is the sky itself. There was a time when the Milky Way could be seen from nearly every corner of the Earth. Today, over 80% of the world's population lives under light-polluted skies. In Europe and North America, that number is over 99%. Most children born in major cities today will never see the Milky Way in their entire lives, not because of weather or pollution, but because we've flooded the sky with artificial brightness. Astronomers are raising alarm. Ground-based telescopes are being blinded by both city skyglow and a growing swarm of satellites reflecting sunlight at night. In 2023, a study in Nature Astronomy warned that unchecked light pollution may render large-scale astronomical discovery from Earth nearly impossible within a generation. But this is more than a scientific loss, it's a cultural one. The stars are part of our heritage, our myths, our calendars, our sense of scale and wonder. To lose them is to forget who we are. Light pollution isn't just a health or biodiversity issue, it's also an energy one. According to the International Dark Sky Association, at least 30% of all outdoor lighting in the US is wasted, costing billions of dollars each year. Worse yet, this wasted light contributes to carbon emissions. Powering unnecessary lights means burning more fossil fuels, driving up greenhouse gas levels, and intensifying climate change. In developing nations where coal and gas are still dominant energy sources, the environmental cost is even greater. Fixing light pollution isn't just about seeing stars, it's about reducing our carbon footprint and making cities more sustainable. The good news, light pollution is one of the few global environmental problems that can be reversed immediately. The solutions are practical, affordable, and proven. Shield outdoor lighting so it only shines where needed. Use warmer colored LEDs instead of harsh blue-white light. Install motion sensors and timers to reduce excess lighting. Implement dark sky ordinances in cities and towns. Educate the public and developers about smarter lighting design. Dozens of communities around the world have already made the change, and the results are stunning. In places like Flagstaff, Arizona, the world's first international dark sky city, residents enjoy safer streets and visible stars. Even large cities like Seoul and Paris are experimenting with reduced nighttime lighting zones, balancing public safety with environmental responsibility. We don't need to turn off the world. We just need to light it wisely. Often think of pollution as something we can touch. Plastic in the oceans, smog in the air, oil in the water. But light pollution is different. It's silent, it's invisible to many, and yet it affects everything. From insects to humans, from newborn turtles to ancient stars. Our artificial light is casting shadows far beyond what we can see. But that also means we have power. With better choices, smarter design, and a bit of awareness, we can bring back the night. We can restore habitats, protect our health, cut energy waste, and let future generations look up and see the universe the way it was meant to be seen. The stars are still there. We just have to let them shine. Subscribe. Zeeshan Mehsud.